something quite light and fun, I think. So let's all start the year with on a lighter note. Okay, before I go there, I have a question for you guys, and you don't have to put up your hands or anything. So when you think about innovation, anything, product, solution, technology, whatever, what comes to mind?
Elon Musk.
Elon Musk, okay. Anyone else? I think about Apple.
iPhone. Yeah.
Yeah, there you
Apple.
go.
Computers.
Anyone else? Computers, yeah.
Also, CDs.
So Nicole? CDs. So Nicole, you said?
Social media.
Oh, social media, yeah. So most of the time we think about technology, especially, certain brands or certain, communication channels, but we seldomly think about insurance. In actual fact, there's, insurance in itself is one of the greatest inventions of all time, actually. And we're actually putting money back into people's pocket. And then as the world evolved, more interesting solutions are coming up. So as long as there's a risk, there's an opportunity for an insurance solution. And today I'm going to share with you. So insurance, you probably didn't know about. There are, like I said, there are different insurance solutions, and I'm going to tell you a few that I came across that I think that are quite interesting. So the first one is not too out of this world, but it's for drones. So as you can see, more people and companies are using drones for various purposes. Individuals tend to use it for just as a personal hobby, but companies are using it for different purposes, like survey. They want to survey their large premise, and then you can use drones. I can see that some documentaries makers are also using drones, and also farmers. They use drones now to check on their harvest. So there are so many commercial applications, and there's a need for insurance because the drones can get damaged or stolen, or the drones can crash into someone's house and there's a liability. So there's a lot of global packages for drone users. So that's the first one. The second one is getting maybe a bit more interesting, is exotic animals. So under your normal pet insurance, that's usually for your dogs and cats. But if you have a rabbit or a bird or a lizard, you can actually get insurance for them. In actual fact, sometimes the vet, the medical cost of those animals are actually more expensive than humans. So I guess the bigger, is the smaller the animals or the bigger the animals, the more expensive they are. If you think of a horse, so if you own a horse and they have to go for a surgery, they actually go to sometimes they have to go to a human hospital. Because they have the facilities to actually do it. But then the hospitals have to charge more because of the logistics. So anyone with animals, I highly recommend pet insurance.
Ed, would that be categorized under medical insurance or short-term insurance? What category, just out of interest, where would it fall under?
I think most of pet insurance would be short-term. Yeah.
Term, okay. Yeah, that's
Short
what I
term,
thought.
yeah.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Right. The same like your warranty type of insurance, they mostly fall under short-term. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
The next one is, multiple birth insurance. Very interesting. And if you think about it, it's a great idea. So if you have more than one kid in the same pregnancy, then obviously the cost doubles. So this policy covers you for the additional cost, anything from medical cost to to buying additional items. They also cover the extra cost for the first year. And I can imagine those costs can be quite expensive. So what they do is I actually look at their application forms, and they ask you questions such as, does your family have a history of multiple birth? Have you had any multiple births before? So they use these questions as their underwriting criteria, and then they're able to price it. I think is a good idea. A lot of these special types insurance, they are housed in the Lloyd's of London. So it's a specialized market where the global customers or global brokers can actually get this kind of cover. So anyone thinking of having children, for those who haven't had yet, then maybe you can consider this. All right, and then celebrity. There's also a huge market for it, purely because of the large premium and the large sum insured. So Michael Jackson was actually insured for his final tour, which didn't happen. I think some of you might recall. So just before he was about to go on a global tour, he passed away, and there was insurance in place for the actual event. So the event didn't happen, but the organizers, they basically had a loss of profit. So I think 2 years ago, Lloyd's of London, there was a policy, and I think Lloyd's of London paid, I think, $20 million for the loss of profit. Yeah, it could have been more, but apparently there was a court case around Michael Jackson and how he passed away. So yeah, but so celebrities, they insure anything that brings them income. So here are a few examples. So Miley Cyrus' tongue insured for $1 million, and Julia Roberts' smile for $30 million. Purely because they, that's part of the trademark, and part of what brings them income. And then you're looking at some crazy numbers when you look at footballers. So Lionel Messi insured the legs for $900 million. If you think about how much he earns in a week, and if he were to get injured or break his legs by accident, he loses his income. So maybe some of you would think about insuring your body part. But it's not just celebrity. If, let's say, a sushi chef, a sushi chef can actually insure his hands if he wants to, or a hairdresser, because if you lose it, then you lose the income. So that's it. So I just thought this would be quite interesting for you guys. Maybe there are some other ideas that you guys are aware of. You're welcome to comment.
Wow, that was interesting. Thanks. Thank you.
Thanks for watching. Thumbs up if you like this episode and share it with your friends.